Well, guys, things happen. Let's get to it. How's it going, guys? It's the Peruvian Trucker back with another video. No longer a deer version. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I wanted to approach this in a serious fashion or in a serious tone, but I gotta be honest. This happened yesterday, and within 30 minutes of it happening, I was fairly over it. Now, there are some things that are still annoying to this point, like up to this moment, but I'm over the situation because, you know, it happened and there's nothing I can do about it. But before we get into it, let me just say, in case there's any doubt, that I don't take any pride on harming animals. But at the same time, there's very little I can do if an animal tries to kill itself. But yeah. Also, so out of respect to people that don't want to see what happened, I'm going to post a full clip at the end of the video. So if you're someone that doesn't want to see me hitting a deer, it's not graphic, it's not really that big a deal in my opinion, but still, out of respect of whoever doesn't want to see it, I'm going to put it in the end. Yeah, so let's get started. If you guys can't tell, I'm already at my receiving address. I'm getting unloaded as we speak, and this happened yesterday at 3 in the morning. I stopped to record the video of ordering the truck, and it took my 10 hours. I actually sat there for like 12 hours and started driving at 2 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. I drove for about 45 minutes, and this happened within, you know, like around the 45-minute mark of my drive. I hit the deer. You can see in the video that I tried to dodge it, but I try to be as safe as I can when it comes to hard or abrupt maneuvers. So if you look at the video, you can see that I slightly drifted away from it to the left, but not really a hard motion, because my course of action when I have an object or an obstacle in my way, which hasn't really happened. This is the first time that I actually have to do something like that. But my course of action is for the most part to just plow through it, unless it's like a human being or a car, you know, with someone in it. In any other scenario, I'm just gonna plow through it. That's my course of action. That's like 90% of the time, let's say. The other 10%, it's like I leave it out to judgment in the moment. Again, if there's someone in the car that I may be about to hit, or someone in the middle of the road, something like that, may require a different assessment in the moment. But other than that, just plow through it. You're more likely to cause more damage if you try to dodge an obstacle, especially with a truck. In a car, you're already more likely to cause damage because you're going at speed, but you have more control. In the truck, you know, the weight shifts in a different way than in a car. So, and you have a higher center of gravity, so you're very likely to roll over or lose control of the truck in the best case scenario. Sorry, not in the best case scenario. You're very likely to lose control of the truck in some way. So, again, as you can see in the video, I just drifted a little bit to the left. Whenever you watch the video in the end, if you do, I drifted a little bit to the left, and I was gonna clear it. My dash cam is set in an angle where you can't really like center it. I gotta reinstall the dash cam in like the center, because it really messes with people's perspective, with my perspective even. Because on the driver's seat, it seemed like I was clearing, I know that I was clearing the deer, but then it jumped right back. You can't really see that on the angle the camera is set up, but take my word for it. I think that even if I would have drifted a little bit more, it jumped far enough to where I would have hit him in some way. But anyway, I hit the deer and I didn't really stop. Like I said, I was 45 minutes into my drive and I'm trying to make the most of my on-duty time. I'm running on my recaps, and as soon as I hit him, I checked my lights. I made sure that there weren't any drivability issues. The truck didn't act up or anything like that. So quick assessment, my lights kept pointing forward. No, I concluded that there was no damage. That's what I thought. So I just kept driving, because at least the headlights and the driveline were fine. Anything else that might have been a damage at that moment really wasn't going to stop me from driving. So I kept driving. As soon as I hit my 3-hour mark to where I could take a 30-minute break and get back to 8 hours, I pulled over at a rest area, and that's when I assessed the damage and realized that there was indeed some damage. And in the 3 hours, well, 3-ish hours that I drove before, as soon as I hit it, I got a little annoyed and upset, but I talked myself down, because again, I thought there was no damage and I didn't break down or anything, so I kept driving. The moment I pulled off at the rest area and I looked at the damage, I got annoyed and frustrated again, because, oh damn it, I'm gonna have to file a claim. But again, I kept driving and I talked myself down again, because it's not really a big deal. At least I didn't break down. It could have been a lot worse. And that's the thing. It could have been a lot worse. But then I started getting annoyed, because, well, being the mechanic, as a mechanic, I looked at the damage and I started thinking, okay, so I just need to bend back the deer guard and find a used fog light, because the bumper will pop out as soon as the deer guard stops pressing against it. But I think more about it, and I concluded that sorry, one of the lumpers was waving at me for whatever reason. I was trying to figure out how I could fix it so I didn't have to spend money, like file a claim. But the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what, shit happens. That's why I have an emergency fund. I'm not happy about having to use the money out of my emergency fund, but that's why it's there. So I just made the call and I filed the claim, and it's $1,000, which, I was in the car business. I know how much I can assess how much a repair is going to cost and how much parts are going to be. Now, with that being said, I know that I could fix it myself for less, but it's still not going to be perfect. There's still going to be the remedy. Is that the word? There's still going to be a trace of what happened. If I just pay my deductible, it's going to be fixed right 100%. So that's what I'm doing. And this is a good opportunity to, again, like I've mentioned in the past, remind whoever's watching to have an emergency fund, to save some money. Because this is the stuff that can happen. You drive enough. I mean, people can go hundreds of thousands of miles without hitting a deer or having any issues. Just like I have been for over 25,000 miles and I haven't had any major issues, and I've been pretty unscathed up until this point. And I'm not gonna say like I had it coming or something or anything like that, but it comes with the territory. It's part of the job. It's one of the things that you're open to happening, if that's a word. Like, it's one of those things that you know can happen. So I can be annoyed about it, but I can't be upset. I can't be angry about it. I can be upset, but I can't be angry about it, angry at the situation, because coming into this business, I knew that that's something that you know can happen. You see so many trucks on the road without deer guards, with half the bumper missing because they hit something. So again, I'm just thankful that it wasn't as bad as it could have been, and you know, we deal with it and we move on. It's not stopping me from making any money. I will be down probably for a day while they fix that, but if you watched the last video, if you watched the video before the last one, I was already on my way to the terminal, so to get something else checked out. So if you missed that, you missed that. You got to go back to the Hal Rogers Parkway video if you missed that. But anyway, so it's gonna get fixed, right? I already paid my deductible, and we'll keep going. And I'm still gonna order my truck, because I have an e-fund, because I have my emergency fund. Like, I mean, I still have my money saved up to pay for my truck, and we'll keep going. It is a little annoying that, I mean, again, I'm paying to repair a truck that isn't mine, but it's my fault. So I just wish, like, if I already had a truck, it would probably feel a little less annoying, because, well, it's my truck, whatever. But I mean, technically this is my truck as well. Like, I don't own it, but it is my responsibility. So that's it. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna post a video in the end. And, well, oh, I forgot to mention that. So I was talking to a friend after this happened, and he mentioned that one other thing that I could have done was that I could have, you know, blown my horn to kind of scare the deer off. But honestly, when this happened, I didn't even think of that. I was really concerned, and my main focus was to man the wheel and make sure to not lose control of the truck. And also, I think that blowing the horn could go either way. It could either scare him off to either direction or freeze it in place. So, I mean, it definitely would have been like something else that I could have done, but there was no guarantee that would have saved me from the outcome. And that's it. That was my one and hopefully only, but more than likely not only, but one can hope, encounter with one of nature's finest. And it's crazy. I've seen videos of that happening, but it really is crazy. Like, who would have thought? Suicidal deers. And that's it, guys. I'm just gonna let you go, and that's it, guys. I'm just gonna post the video. I want to thank you for watching, and you know, let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts, any advice, anything really. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching.